Well, better luck next year.
These are some topics that we're going to go back in time and think about something, and multiple different things. The first thing we're going to ask, and I'm going to go right to Alan here, because I know he's studied this. And
I'm always ready.
for a long time. If you could go back in time, which athlete, or let's just say athlete, who would you pay to watch?
I'm not going too far back. I was always mad at myself that I never saw this guy play in person. I would love to see Michael Jordan play a game of basketball live. Because I'm so sad that I never saw Jordan play, I've made sure to see Kobe play, LeBron play. I do think there's something to watching an elite basketball player play on the court, because unlike a lot of other sports, they can really take over the entire game, and they often do. So I'm going to say Jordan on this one.
That's probably what I was going to say, because how rare do you get to see the greatest of all time? If I could go back in time, I would pick Babe Ruth. I would watch Babe Ruth.
Watch him pitch.
That would be crazy. That games with the Red Sox.
And hit.
If I could watch two games, I'd watch when he was a skinny pitcher, and then watch him the season he was hitting 60 home runs with the Yankees. In my mind, the greatest of all time. I know, everyone says, well, you got the steroid guys now, and he didn't have to play against the men of color who are in the Negro Leagues. So I still think Babe Ruth, best all time. That's who I would pay, and I would pay at least $45 for a ticket.
That's 19.
Yeah. So inflation, I should be in the dugout. Next. Yep.
I'm gonna go Ted Williams. Never seen a guy hit over 400 or come even close.
Tony Gwynn.
If we're throwing out in the past, that was before Michael Jordan.
What did Tony Gwynn hit?
390 something.
Really?
Still not close to 400.
Close
to 100.
You want 399? What do you want?
398.
He was in
5 up.
He was hitting over 400 in September, and then he had a rough stretch, and he ended at like 397.
Didn't come close to 400.
I don't know. I don't know those facts. Someone can look that up.
I don't care. Just give me one of those big ones.
I like that. So Ted Williams is your guy, huh?
Ted Williams.
All right. So now, what team would you go back and watch?
I'd like to see the Chicago Black Sox of the
Shoeless Joe days?
Of the World Series
the scandal?
World Series scandal years. That'd be an interesting. I think that would be fun to see how an entire team faked losses.
And the games were somewhat competitive anyway.
Yeah, especially knowing what we know today, going back to see whether you could tell, well, they should have made that play, or why on earth did he let that one go through, that type of thing.
Very interesting. I think they're I think many teams have done that since then. They're the ones that have gotten caught. And I don't even think they got caught. They got a lot to do with the times.
Well, and they hated their coach. They did it on purpose. They hated their coach, and they were not getting paid. Their owner wasn't paying them.
Charlie Sheen wasn't getting paid.
Charlie Sheen was not getting paid. So that was part of the reason they did it, is they knew if they threw the game, they could at least get money on people who were wagering.
Have you looked at Jackson's numbers, though, from those times?
Yeah, he played great.
He was the best player on the field. He was the one suspended for life.
He absolutely should be. Him and Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, if eventually Barry Bonds will end up in the Hall of Fame, probably.
He can't.
I bet he does. It's a lot of dead air.
Boy, that one stumped us.
So
yeah,
I think so.
I think we've done well.
I think we've done really well.